Hey everyone, it's Kevin again with Whiteboard and another top producer spotlight. And I'm so lucky to have my friend, charismatic, energetic person from South Florida, Mrs. Isabel Williams. Isabel, how you doing today?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm in the process of actually drinking some coffee, so I've got my caffeine going on, and I have
Right
been
on.
in the office and probably since 7:30 this morning. Yeah,
Things are a little busy right now. How are you handling this refi boom?
I'm actually rejecting it. I know a lot of people would actually get mad at me for saying that, like, what, are you insane? But I've kind of decided that, I want to hold true to what my actual purpose is. Like, one of the biggest things that I've wanted to do is really help people in my community, because as you can tell, I'm a person of color, increase ownership, right? Like, what? She's brown. So when we started the company, like, our biggest goal was to help increase ownership inside of our community. And it is very easy to get distracted from your purpose, especially when you get busy. And as this boom has come through, it's been really hard to stay on track, with what we've decided to
Sure.
really dig in with. But once you make that decision that you're not going to deter from your mission, it actually makes it a lot easier. Like, I'm not pursuing refi business. I'm not calling any of my past clients, but they love me enough that they actually will come find me.
Sure.
But I think that the reason why I have such a great relationship with my past customers and my current ones is we go 10 levels deep with them. You know what I mean? We're right here. We're in their backyard. I literally had two clients that just came in recently to do their refis. One guy was like, I've been looking for you for the last 6 months. I'm like, I've always been in the same place. He's like, yeah, but I never came to your office. I just knew you were on the main drag. And he says one day he's driving up and down the street and he sees We Save Loans. And he was like, I think that's Isabel's office. And he just pulls into the parking lot, parks his car, comes in, and he was like, I've been looking for you. And it's so funny because his wife was with him and she's like, he swears by you. He's been getting refinance solicitation letters for like the past year, and he would just throw them in the garbage and say, I'm not going to refi with anybody else but Isabel. And so I think that it really comes from us really going in, like I said, really deep with our clients and not being sidetracked with what everybody else is doing, because everybody's losing their not shirt, but their minds on this. And I still want to have quality of life. Like, I don't want to become a prisoner to my job. I'm still okay with working weekends. Like I did this weekend, actually, I worked 2 days, which highlighted that I need to start working on Saturdays, at least staffing the office, because we had 4 random people just walk in off the street because of our
Oh,
Google
wow.
reviews. I was like, what the hell? That never happens during the week. No one ever just randomly walks into my office. You know what I mean? And I'm not even on like a shopping plaza or anything like that.
Right.
Like, no one would be in this vicinity unless they were intentionally looking for us. So I was like, okay, so now we're kind of changing some stuff. We're gonna move to working on Saturdays. We're still gonna have Sundays off, but we're gonna rotate one person every weekend, right? So that we can be
Yeah.
here. And Google reviews are the shit. So, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to cuss.
This goes out to the LO world, and
Okay.
I'd rather
I feel
see your authenticity, Isabel. I appreciate it. Tell me a little bit, like, We Save Loans. Where did that come from? Like, I've had people in my office ask, what does that mean? And I haven't been able to articulate it clearly. So please share with us, what does that mean? Where did that come from?
So I got really good at rescuing deals that were being turned down by other lenders. That literally just became like my thing. Like, people literally will call me and say, hey, so and so told me that if anything else, I needed to call you because you could fix it. So I was like, I actually loved it. Like really kind of defining who I was and what I enjoyed doing. I loved helping people. And so when we rescue deals, I mean, we create raving fans. Like, they won't go anywhere else. Now, is this for everybody? No, because it's gritty. It's grimy. These
Right.
files, these files are not easy, right? But I enjoy them because what happens is I'll have, I think the biggest one that I remember was I had a pregnant mom come to see me. She had been turned down. And of course, she's like weeping because she's emotional. But she went in like, I'm pregnant. I've got 3 smaller children. I've told my kids that we're buying a house. And now it's all gone. And I held her hand and I cried with her, I'm sure. And I kind of told her, look, you know what? Even if you don't buy this home, we're going to get you on a plan to buy a house. She walks out, she hugs me, she says, I'm scared, but not as scared as I was. I was like, man, okay. We close her loan. She comes back and she is just so excited. And she's like, you are, God sent to me. And I was like, this is it. This is what I was meant to do. This is my life's purpose,
That's so awesome, Isabel. I get to do this, and obviously I get the opportunity to talk to a lot of our customers like yourself. And the one thing is, before I became a part of this industry, I really was pretty ignorant to what loan officers really did for people. And every time I talk to one of my high-producing clients, the folks that take the time to sit down and have these conversations with me, they're always talking about, it's about putting people in the home. It's not about closing the loan. It's not about the commission check. It's not about the units. It's about putting families in homes. And hearing that and understanding that everything is not cut and dry. No two loans are exactly the same. You have to walk it through and work that person. And you help that young lady and her family live what is the American dream, owning a home. And that's so awesome. Yeah. What processes do you use to help get those folks there?
Okay, so I won't lie, Kevin. I, in the beginning, didn't have a CRM system.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. That is the worst thing that you can do, right? And when I did decide to get one, I ran through them. I mean, I tried Jungo. I tried Whiteboard, and then I left. I tried HubSuite. Good God, I can't even think. Like literally a dozen different CRMs. And I just couldn't find the right fit. I loved what Whiteboard had as far as the pre-built content, but it just didn't feel modernized at the time that I'd initially gotten with you guys. And if I'm not mistaken, Kevin, you called me and you were like, hey, we're adding some new things. Oh, okay, let me see what it is. And I gave it a shot. Jesus Christ. I mean, the fact that you guys automatically, it's like, seriously, you are my godsend. Okay, so you guys actually have built-in automated, and first of all, the responses look so authentic. Like my text messages have emojis. Like people really feel like they're talking to me, even though we've never met. And sometimes I forget to text them because we get so swamped with business, right?
Sure.
Somebody through your system, through your automation will literally like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. So number one, finding a CRM system, whichever system it is that actually works for you, period. You got to get a CRM system. I went from having no CRM system to now a database of 2,000 people in a 2-year mark. Like that's insane. I can't even imagine how many people I left on the table before I had a CRM system. I don't even want to think about it. Like it actually makes me a little sad. But once we implemented the CRM system, and it just happens to be Whiteboard, that helped catapult our follow-up, our staying top of mind. Oh my God. So yes, you absolutely need a CRM system to keep you on track. It's just humanly impossible to do a lot of volume without the right system. So implementing Whiteboard, choosing a loan origination system that we actually like, which was for us Lending Pad, right? And there's a bunch of them out there, but for us Lending Pad just happens to be a good fit. That's really that's it. Having hungry people, having the technology right there behind them to help them be fast at their job and efficient and good, because that's where the experience comes from. Clients are like, oh my God, you guys are amazing. You're constantly calling me, but it's not really us per se. It's the system doing some of that legwork. So
that's awesome. That's great to hear. And you've been so generous in how you work with us that, I'm sharing this, that you're going to be able to test our Spanish speaking campaigns that we have them fully translated. It's just a matter of getting them up in our system. And I know that you've been asking for this, and for all those folks that are going to get it eventually down the line, you're going to be able to thank this lady for that. But as part of that process, just like you guys, we're super busy right now as we have just this influx of customers that are saying, I need to capitalize on the refi boom. I need a CRM that can do that for me. So it's been a little bit challenging that our system, we've been pushed to the brinks a little bit, but as soon as we can get a moment to breathe, we'll get that done for you. I'm hoping in the next 30 days. So.
Yes. No, I'm good with it, Kevin. Like, I just like the fact that you guys even put forth the effort to create a system for my customers, and my clients speak Spanish. Like I said, look at me, for God's sake. And I do look Asian, but I don't speak Chinese. Everybody always asks me that. I'm like, no, I'm actually Guatemalan. Maybe back when, but yeah, like I do appreciate that you guys are doing that. It'll just help facilitate, because 50% of my business right now is Spanish speaking. But I think that I read somewhere, I can't remember what article it was, they were talking about the Spanish market being one of the largest and fastest growing right now in regards to purchasing real estate.
Oh, I have no doubts in the next 20 years that's a market that if you're not targeting it, you're going to lose a huge section of it. I mean, I think we will see that Spanish speaking market be first time home buyers and flood the market, and you're going to be in a great position to capitalize on that. Not only where you're at, but the fact that you are bilingual and the fact that you do take care of your customers. So really excited to see what that does for you. That'll be awesome.
Yes. And we're excited. I mean, we love having babies. So, we got to put them somewhere. As I always joke about it, I literally ended up being the only one that only has one child. My other two sisters have 4 and 5 kids. Like, what happened to me? But yeah, no, I like I said, I think number one for anybody that's actually watching this, if you want to catapult your business, you got to figure out what your passion is, why you're doing this, because the money is not enough. You'll get burned out. It just really isn't. It's never enough of a driver. And so for me, finding really what we enjoy doing, which was helping people that have been turned down, taking them from crying about losing their house to actually crying about getting into their home, like that for us has just been like, even my partners and my processors, man, they are all the way bought in. It's not just a job. They will hop up and come to work on the weekends, not because I pay them extra. They're on salary, but yet they choose to be here because they know it's this huge thing that we're trying to accomplish. So they're bought into the mission. So you got to have a mission. And then the mission creates all of the other actions. So get your mission going, get the right systems, find one that actually works for you. Because Kevin, I cheated on you. I can't even lie.
I know. It's all good.
I went around the block, and then when you guys implemented the text messaging, that was the thing that I was missing. So once you actually put the voicemail drops in there too.
Coming. Well, Isabel, I can't thank you enough. It's so clear that anybody who's going to watch this video is going to understand that, just like you said, it's the mission. It's about putting people in homes. And I really appreciate your time. Thank you for being a loyal customer, but most of all, thank you for being you. Thank you for helping those people out, because not only is the American dream, but it drives our economy, and it truly helps make the world a better place. So thank you for all that you do.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.